investigation into his death. Meanwhile, a man from Grand Rapids says he has no regrets after helping dozens of people climb over a wall to the Capitol on Wednesday. Fox 17's Marisa Oberle has that story.
Thousands of people went to D.C. that day, and Mark Petzold estimates he helped between 50 and 75 of them climb over that wall.
Shouts and tear gas filled the air in this video from Washington, D.C. Wednesday. Hundreds of people seen surrounding a waist-high wall that separates people on either side from the steps of the U.S. Capitol.
Frankly, I was hoping that the representatives would feel some fear, because fear is not always bad. They needed to know that it's serious.
Behind the camera is Mark Petzold. The man from Grand Rapids says this past week he traveled to D.C. with 4 other people from West Michigan. Petzold protesting what he calls a decline in representative government and alleged voter fraud.
But I've seen just failure after failure after failure.
The protest eventually turned into a riot with hundreds of people storming the Capitol. Legislators forced into lockdown, the building destroyed. According to Petzold, while he never went into the Capitol, he helped about 50 to 75 people climb over that wall to it.
The people that were going over the wall were desperate to be heard. And they're willing to put their lives on the line to be heard.
Petzold says he didn't realize what was going on at the time, but regrets nothing days later.
You know, for my part, I was actually kind of happy that they gotten in there. Now, listen, I am not for destroying property. I'm not for stealing anything. It's a place where there should be a degree of reverence. So there was bad behavior, I'm sure of it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, that speaker seat has been used over and over and over and over to break the purpose of government from the Declaration of Independence, and that's to protect our God-given right to life, liberty, and property.
5 people died as a result of the attack, including a police officer. And while Petzold says he's sorry about that, he feels at the end of the day he was actually protecting more lives.
Freedom isn't free. It comes with a price, and is not always clean and pristine. Sometimes it's ugly.
Now, it is important to note that several investigators, including the Attorney General, have said there is no evidence of widespread voting fraud. Petzold believes that people should be held accountable for their actions on Wednesday, but believes the punishment should match the crime. I'm reporting in Grand Rapids, Marisa Oberle.